Hey guys, welcome back to another video of HEG Blue, and today I am going manga shopping at two Barnes & Nobles with half-price books. One of them is in Dallas and the other one are in my hometown, which took me around 3 weeks to film since the first one was in Dallas. I didn't have enough video content for the first Barnes & Nobles in Dallas, so I had to film extra videos, so hopefully you guys enjoy, and let's get into this video. So guys, here's the first Barnes & Nobles in Dallas, Texas. It was 2 stories and had an elevator and an escalator, which I went into the elevator, but I didn't record it sadly. But here is Jujutsu Kaisen. The first table had Jujutsu Kaisen and One Piece, which were the first and third volumes. Here is some guides and cookbooks. Over here on this wall had Assassin's Classroom, Attack on Titan, 7 Time Loop, Choco, The Dangers in My Heart, volume, I believe 1, and a bunch of under series. Popular Diaries is one of them. This is the under shelf, but had Bungo Stray Dogs, Blue Lock, Blue Period, Blue Exorcist. Also had a bunch of under series too. Here's the D section had Death Note and Demon Slayer. They didn't have a totally big section of Demon Slayer, but they had more Death Note than they do at my Barnes & Nobles, which was really cool. Over here, there's Fire Force and also Fruit Basket, which they had a big Fruit Basket section from my Barnes & Nobles. Hunter is also here, also the Ice Guy, his cool female colleague. They had a big Hodemiya section, or what is it? But they have more than they did at my Barnes & Nobles. They had a huge Komi Can Communicate section, and also with Jujutsu Kaisen, and they had more JoJo's Bizarre Adventures than I have ever seen in my whole entire life. We had not a very big My Hero Academia section, but it was pretty decent size for that. Like a Butterfly was also there. They had a pretty big Naruto section, and here's like the rest of the manga that they have. Pokemon, Promised Neverland, Rent a Girlfriend. Sailor Moon section was pretty big, and then they had a pretty decent size of Spike's Family. Here's the Sign of Affection, a silent voice. It was a better video. There's Toilet Bound, which they had a huge selection of Toilet Bound. Here's some under the manga, like Windbreaker, which I started watching it. It's really good, highly recommended. Only on the 5th episode, but it's really good. Here's some under manga, and then here is the number 1 table with My Love Story, recommended level 999, My Hero Academia, Popularity Diaries, and Demon Slayer, Spike's Family, Hamada, and then the 1 in 3 edition of A Sign of Affection, Initial D, which I thought was really cool. And on the side, and they had a table of Demon Slayer. Okay guys, so this is the next Barnes & Nobles. This is my Barnes & Nobles. Here's just a little panel that they have, a Kitchen Called Love, Windbreaker. Here is the A section, which had a bunch of animes. Here is Angel of Depths, the Angel Next Door has been rotten, and 5 centimeters per second. Choco, 7 Time Loop, and had the novel for 7 Time Loop 2. Here they had Blue Clover, Blue Exorcist, Black Butler. It also had some other manga, like a lot of Attack on Titan like usual, which I thought was so cool. Even they had Blue Box and Blue Exorcist along with Blue Lock. Here they had Chainsaw Man, which you see on the very bottom, Cat Plus Gamer, along with Blue Lock and then a Blue Period. They even had this Blue Lock 1-6 manga box set, which I thought was really cool, but I never seen that before. They also had a kind of variety of Blue Period, and they also have Boris Code Juliet and Boat to the Rock, along with a lot of Bungo Stray Dogs. They had Chainsaw Man, which was a pretty big selection, which they usually don't have that much. They had pretty Classroom Movie, which had gotten a little smaller though, but still have a lot. They had Demon Slayer along with Death Note. Here's a closer up on Demon Slayer, along with the data books and the Demon Slayer Kijutsu no Yaba Academy, The Devil's a Part-Timer, which I like the series, and then the Death Note manga, which they had some that was more than usual. They had Fire Force along with Food Wars, which I heard about it, but I'm not sure if I should watch it or not. Let me know down in the comments. They have Fruit Basket, and here's just all the usual stuff on the F and all the way. Here's a closer up on Fruit Basket and Homoda, which was pretty small, like usual. Here's the Ice Guy and his cool female colleague. Well, I just went back the other day and they have much more now, so this is just a couple days after, but here's a close-up. This is when I filmed this, it was a couple days before, so here is Jujutsu Kaisen along with JoJo's Bizarre Adventures is back there. They had a pretty big Komi Can Communicate with the new volume just came out, number 30, which I was really happy. Like a Butterfly, they didn't have volume 5 is what I was looking for though, but they did have volume 6. Here is the M section. Here's a setup. Here's My Happy Marriage and My Hero section, which was pretty big, like usual. Here is Pokemon is on the very bottom, along with the O's and P's too. Oshinoko. They had almost all the Oshinokos for Volume 1, which is cool. They had Ashura Dream, Bunny Go Senpai, and Rainbow Days, which they had a pretty good selection of Rainbow Days. Here is a further review of the other ones. Please ignore the old stuff in the background. Spy X Family and A Sign of Affection. Like usual, here's a close-up on Spy X Family, even having the novel and the data books, along with the large covers of Sign of Affection and Sugar Apple Fairy Tale with the novel and the light and the manga. Here they had Team Master Shikagi-san, a very small section of Toilet Bound, Tokyo Ghoul, and then Sword Art Online, manga, and light novels. And then the art books for Tokyo Ghoul and Demon Slayer. Well, not Demon Slayer, Toilet Bound Chronicle Pen. And then here is the Towns of Summer I Say Goodbye, which they don't have the volume 2, but they do have the novel, and I got romantic fillers too. Now on to the last bookstore. So now on to the last bookstore. Here's the first shelf. It had some Angel of Death and a bunch of Attack on Titan. Here's 5 centimeters per second, which wasn't in really good condition, so I didn't get it. Again, it had a big old section of Attack on Titan. A lot of series that I didn't know, but if you knew, then make sure to leave it down in the comments. Here's Demon Slayer Volume 3, which is a really good condition, but I didn't get it because I already have Demon Slayer. They also had a Promise of Neverland Volume 11, along with Fire Force Volume 1, which was in really good condition still, but I didn't get it, sadly, along with Hantengu Volume 1, which I want to start collecting it, but I'm not sure when I'm going to start collecting it, and it was in really good condition. Here is another look of all of the manga. It's pretty small, but there's a lot in it for sure. Here is Komi Can Communicate Volumes 2 and 6, which were they're in pretty good condition, pretty decent condition. Along with Komi Can Communicate Volume 2, they're in pretty decent condition, pretty good condition. Along with Hantengu, and as you see there, they usually have some Japanese manga, but they didn't have some this time. There was a small section of My Hero, and then they had the first 4 volumes, which I ended up getting the 3rd volume and the 4th volume of My Happy Marriage to finish the series until the next volumes come out. Hopefully there's more. And then they did have Pokemon there, along with the Pokemon book I need, which it was in pretty good condition. It was still messed up on the top, but I don't really mind that too much. They did have Star Wars manga here, like Leia and Star Wars Rebels, which I had the first volume, along with some other manga of Star Wars, which I love Star Wars, so it was really cool. They had Sword Art Online, but it wasn't in the best condition, seeing that it was folded in the front. They had Toilet Bound Volume 3, and they had 2 of those, which was really cool, but I already have Volume 3. They had True Broody, which I heard people talk really good about it, but I'm not sure if I'm going to start or not. They had The Devil's a Part-Timer for the first volume and the second volume, which there were novels. They're in pretty good condition, but I didn't pick them up, sadly. Maybe next time I'll get them. And then they had the little novels and Dr. Stone. Okay guys, so now I'm going to do a little manga haul for the first Barnes & Nobles in Dallas. Okay guys, so the first series is Sugar Apple Fairy Tale. This is the 3rd volume and is a novel, as you can see here. I do recommend this series to a lot of people. Here's the back of it to know what it's about. Really recommend this series. Come Can Communicate Volume 30. I have all the volumes except for 29. I couldn't wait for this one to come out. I have already read it and it was amazing. Highly recommend the series to some people, but maybe a little bit older in the range of teenagers. Romance Killer is really cool. I really do enjoy the series. It is a colored manga, so everything's colored. Here's the back of it. The next volumes I got was My Happy Marriage number 3 and 4. It's kind of like a Cinderella story, but in Taisho, Japan. I highly recommend it. It's really, really good. And Dr. Stone, which I wanted to try for a while, so I started reading the first 3 chapters, and it's really good. So I got the manga. Now that'll be it for the manga haul, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.